Hi guys, how are you today? Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. Oh, my tongue. It's been a hot minute since I actually recorded a video. We are in the Christmas mood. Well, my office is in the Christmas mood. For those of you who are new, my name is Eva and welcome to my little anti-MLM channel. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. You know I appreciate you guys. Today we are here to talk about the body shop. So I don't have a lot of time to record actually because I'm literally on my lunch break at the moment. One of my viewers actually reached out to me and shared her experiences with the body shop, and it's a pretty shocking story, and there is a trigger warning. There are mentions of the R word. I don't know which words I can say on YouTube, but there are like trigger warnings with like domestic violence. So this is not something that you can listen. I'm gonna give you a warning and you should click out then. But in the meantime, we're going to begin with just a quick little intro with what the body shop is, as per usual. And yeah, I guess also as per usual, let's just put a little disclaimer in here. Also, I dyed my hair and it's very dark. I don't know if you noticed. If you did, thank you for noticing. They didn't have my usual hazelnut. I use L'Oreal. It was very rainy, so I was like, I'm not going to a different pharmacy. Okay, I can't be bothered. And they only had like very, very light brown, which is kind of like gingerish brown, which is not. I used to be ginger before, so I'm sick of being ginger. So it was either ginger brown or this one, and I kind of decided to go with this one. And this is not even as bad. It turned out black. I'm not joking. It was literally black when I dyed it, but now kind of washed off. It's brown in real life, but the camera's bad, so it makes it look really dark. You can let me know what you think. Should I stay dark or should I go back to hazelnut brown? I definitely need a better camera, and I promise I'm gonna get a better equipment one day, but I'm still waiting to get to 1K, okay? So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, please. Take a look at the graph. Let's just stop ranting and let's get into the body shop. Okay, I got my notes here because I can't remember anything myself, but anyway. So basically the body shop is a cosmetics company. So you most likely heard about them. I don't know, if you're on Reddit, you definitely heard about them because there's a lot of insane stories about them on Reddit, but they sell skincare, makeup, and perfumes. The body shop was founded in 1976 by Anita Roddick, and I'm not certain at what year, at what point in time did they decide to go into an MLM structure, but yeah, the MLM part of it is called the body shop at home. So as we know, work from home, all that crap. So basically the representatives have to host those parties. I said host, I meant host. They have to host parties, and they're encouraged to have at least one sample of every product that they have. So I mean, that's a lot of samples. And once the body shop started selling makeup, this is when they also started like doing makeovers at the party. So it's a party, you have a bunch of women and their friends plus one plus whatever people they bring, and then I guess the representatives were doing makeovers for them and trying to sell them stuff basically. The body shop also has physical stores. I think I've seen one around the town. I'm not too sure. Oh no, I think I saw one in Dublin. Now I need to switch onto my phone because the rest of my notes is in the phone. So we're gonna take a look at their Instagram page for a bit, and I didn't expect them to have this many, honestly, this many followers. They're verified and everything. 2.3 million followers on Instagram, which is insane. And it says a force for good in beauty since 96. So yeah, they look legit. All looks good, right? As every other company on Instagram that we go through. Also says they're all, oh yeah, they're supposed to be all pure, like no animal stuff, just like organic makeup and products. Great sentence, Matea. Okay, so here is more about the founder. I found this very strange, but let's just read a little bit of bio. So this is the founder, Anita. She's in a protest, right? She was very big at these things. This is on their official page, and it says, "Be more Anita. Ethical activism is in our DNA. It all began with our founder, Dame Anita Roddick, and her belief in something revolutionary, that business could be a force for good." Let's remember that, a force for good. She built the body shop to fight for what is kind, fair, and beautiful. So she built the body shop for good purposes, right? And then she decided to turn it into an MLM. A business that's a force for good. is an MLM that's recruiting people. And 90% or even more are losing money. How is that even possible? Like, what was she thinking? Maybe she had pure intentions when she made her business. And then somewhere along the way, whatever happened and made her change. Maybe she became like more money hungry. I don't know what could have happened. Why? Someone who's like an activist and wants the good for people, firmly believes in it, goes to protesting and stuff, makes their company an MLM. So she was either a scammer or I don't know, maybe she, like I said, got greedy along the way or something. I don't know what happened there. If you know more about it, let us know down in the comments. So then it says, her legacy is our heritage, and the same passion still drives everything we do, from redefining beauty standards, driving social change, and empowering women and girls around the world. What started with a trailblazer with a passion for positive change lives on with us, still making positive changes with passion. So how are you making positive changes as an MLM company? Can I just ask, like, how? I can't see. So yeah, the glasses are back. But yeah, I just think it's so shocking. It's so weird to read things like this, especially about the founder. Like, you can't help but to think, like, what happened to her? Like, why? Was she a scammer from the start? What happened? I really want to know what happened. But yeah, apparently they think that they're making a positive change and that they're this great, good company or whatever. A lot of people are losing money, so how is that good? I don't know. How are those positive changes? I really don't know. But anyways, let's move on. So next it says, make work work for you. And this is another one they always like to say. Your life shouldn't revolve around your work. Your work should revolve around your life. Your time is your own. Work wherever you like, whenever you like. You'll be your own boss with our incredible collective of badass entrepreneurs ready to support you every step of the way. You'll get expert advice on anything and everything in the ethical beauty world and make friendships along the way. We can't wait to see your confidence grow as your business evolves. So this has all the keywords, right? We are a community, entrepreneur, work whenever you want. It's literally just a bunch of keywords in like two sentences. Oh my God. I can't speak. And then it says, boss it. Whether you're looking for a side hustle or the path to being a fully independent business pro, we'll give you all the support and encouragement you need to grow. We believe in the power of you and your awesome network. We want to help you build your own team and develop people and planet-loving leadership skills. When your team earns, you do too, through sales-based rewards, bonuses, and incentives. We'll inspire you to support, mentor, and train new independent consultants so we all win together. And then it's just one click of the button and you're joining the collective. I wasn't able to find the income disclosure statement on them though, so I don't know. I'm gonna look for it when I'm editing as well. If I do find it, I'm gonna link it down below. And then here, as soon as you click on the page, it's just like start your own business, join the Body Shop at Home collective. Then there's a post that I found on Instagram. It says, work hard and be nice to people. And I find it so funny when it comes from like someone who recruits people into a pyramid scheme and they're like, be nice. Anyways, okay, so we are going into the stories now. And the first story doesn't have any trigger warnings, so you can stick around to set the scene. It's 2014. I'm about halfway through my second year at university and I'm low on funds. A girl I knew through my dance studio started telling me about how she was a Body Shop at Home consultant, and I thought it sounded legitimate because, well, I knew the Body Shop was a real business. That's another thing, because they have actual like shops, like physical shops. It's easier to kind of trick people. I went along to a party hosted by her older sister and loved the products. They invited me to dinner at a local hotel to talk about what I'd heard and to see if I was interested. I told my mom and aunt about it, excited, and they were hesitant to say the least. I couldn't believe they were objecting to extra funds. I was so upset with them. It's not like they could know something that I didn't. When I got to the local hotel, my friend and her sister weren't in attendance. There were two other confused looking ladies at the table, plus an overzealous and bubbly lady with a Body Shop shirt on. She handed us all questionnaires and information packs on becoming consultants and blathered on for about an hour. Our dinner was a small bowl of chips to share between us and tap water. We all felt very pressured awkward and uncomfortable, but left with our information booklets anyway. The next week I was invited to a hype night at a local McDonald's and formally introduced as part of Emily's team. I hadn't signed anything or bought a $300 starter kit. I was just there to see what it was like. Apart from being utterly confused, I was embarrassed and didn't say anything so as to keep the attention off of me, and that's exactly what I would do as well. I always do. I just can't have any attention at me. I don't want it. Take it away. I can't handle it. I get very red in the face as well, even when I'm just talking during our meetings with the company. If I have to say something, even though I know what I'm talking about, I just get so red in the face and I just get so uncomfortable. After the night was over, Emily followed me to my car and offered to lend me her kit to host a party. My family was already having a get-together that weekend, and I thought I'd take it and ask my mom if I could do a party. She was fine with it, so I asked Emily about my training, and she said, well, you've seen me do it. Time to shine. Wow. What a great training, huh? Hold the F up. No training. I've been to one party and I'm expected to get started. I asked her what would happen to the orders I placed, and she said she would hold the commission money for me until I reached the $300 necessary for the starter kit and purchase it from me. Then I could set up my own business. Like an idiot, I agreed. Oh, so naive. I'm sorry. The party went fairly well. I got lots of orders, and by my calculations, I was owed $140. I was almost halfway to my starter kit. Long story short, I realized I was in a pyramid scheme, so I asked Emily for my money back. It took her 4 months to get back to me, saying that she was short on money and needed to pay her bills. I was furious. That was my money that she was spending. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because like most of them are in debt, can't pay their bills, they keep spending on the MLM, so I'm honestly not surprised that she was desperate enough to spend her money. She transferred me somewhere in the vicinity of $50. I asked her for the rest and she told me that was all I was owed. And she had the paperwork to prove it. What? Guess who has never received the paperwork or the rest of the money? This guy. Oh, it's a guy. Oh, sorry. I think I was saying her. I just thought it was a girl automatically. Okay, I'm kind of running out of time for my lunch break. I was hoping that I was gonna record this in my new place, but again, no, not again. I didn't mention this, but yeah, we got a new house, a little cute cottage, but there are some issues. It's not gonna be straightforward and as easy as I thought to just move out from here and move into the cottage, unfortunately. Is it ever easy? Just bear with me. We'll get there, and I'm gonna have a nicer background soon enough. Okay, so the next one, again, trigger warning. I worked in the body shop from 2001 to 2009. I was married with 2 toddlers. My husband was working nights and I started to get sick. I was still working but needed assistance to do basic things at home. My husband had a mental breakdown and started drugging and R in me. I'm pretty sure I can't say that word. And this is horrible. He confessed to the police and went to jail, so I was failing health, alone, and traumatized. The police got me into an R-word survivor support group, and that was when I met Cian. I'm probably mispronouncing the name, but she had been assaulted too, and we started being friends. I was struggling with the realization that I was at the point of not being able to work any longer, but I had 2 toddlers to feed, so I kept going as long as I could. One day, Cian came into my store and I broke down saying I'd been told by the specialist that I was no longer fit to work and I was terrified that my kids could be taken away if I couldn't take care of them properly. She said not to panic. She had a plan and it was going to be okay. She said she'd started a body shop at home business, and as I worked for the body shop already, I was an expert on product knowledge and it would be useful if we were a team. I wanted to support my fellow survivor sister, so agreed that I would stop working at the store and do the selling with her as a trained product advisor. So first of all, I mean, I know she just told her that the specialist told her she won't be fit to work anymore. This person to come in and just be like, no, you're gonna be okay. It's either a very evil person or it's either a severely brainwashed person that didn't actually know what they were getting them into. So I trusted her and I did it. I thought she had my best interests at heart. I thought she was my friend. She was not. The first party I was at, I gave the hostess a facial and talked about the ingredients and how and why they do what they do. She shilled the products, and whilst a couple of people bought the skincare I had been talking about, no one wanted to book a party themselves. Afterwards, she handed me £5. I assumed it was for petrol as I had picked her up, and all the shit to sell, and drove to the party about 5 miles away. I assumed I was actually going to be paid when we got back to her place. After unloading, as she was walking away, I asked her when I would get paid. That £5 was it, she said. You only sold skincare. Next time talk about other products too. Taken aback, I repeated. So when do I get paid? You did, she shouted back at me and slammed her front door, which is so fucking rude. Later on, she messaged me and said that I wasn't an asset for her business as much as she thought I would be, and she didn't want to work with me anymore. I was gutted that someone who I met in a survivor of SA support group could care so little about us when I cared so much about her. She never contacted me again. I went on disability as my spine collapsed and we discovered I have a brain tumor. Being disabled is the best thing that's happened to me. I have not missed one day of my children's lives. Every school play and sports day, I was there. I'm not the mom that can kick a ball around in the back garden, but I am the mom who, whilst getting my ass kicked in video games, listens to their thoughts and feelings and appreciates that every day with them is a gift, and if being disabled is the price to pay, I gladly pay that price. I'm sorry this was so long. I really hope this is not triggering for you. Thank you so much for caring about my story. And honestly, like, it's a very heavy story. Obviously, she had a very difficult life. Like, as I was reading it, it was so heavy and I felt so bad, but then you can kind of see her personality come out of it when she says the disability was the best thing that happened to her because she can spend time with her kids. And I just think that's awesome because, yeah, she turned something very negative, something that's very hard to deal with, and she turned it into a positive. And it takes so much courage, it takes so much spirit. It's just a wonderful personality. I had a chat with her and she's a wonderful woman. And again, if you're watching, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I'm sure it's going to be helpful to someone out there. But yeah, just regarding the hun, okay, first of all, I can't believe that she only did one party with her, and based on that one party she decided that she's not a good asset for her as she thought she would be. And it's like, how can you know that after? It's like as if you hire someone and after like 1 or 2 days at work you're like, yeah, you're never gonna learn, like you're not gonna be good at this. You're like, you can't know that. You need to give people time. But obviously then the other thing is the good thing. She didn't have to spend money on it. She didn't have to recruit people and host these ridiculous parties or anything. So it did turn out, like, even though it doesn't have any logic on the Hun's side, it did turn out good. We're thankful for that. So yeah, now I don't know, like a few things came to mind when it comes to this story. It's just, was that girl in the group just to prey on vulnerable people, or was she actually a survivor? Like, I hate to have to question that, but I've seen so many interviews, videos online where the MLM people are advising people to get into these kind of groups on Facebook or real life in order to prey on these people. And just the fact that she knew that this woman is not fit to work anymore. First, she encourages her to leave the job and start this thing with her, and then she completely writes her off after only one try. It's good for our friend, right? But it just doesn't really make any sense. And then just cold-heartedly gives her £5 and shuts the door while she's still like trying to chat to her and never speaks to her again. She did use our friend to try and earn some more money off of her, but I'm just wondering personally, why was she in that group in the first place? I would report her most likely, because that's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. It was a heavy one. It's really heavy, but like I said, it all turned out good for our friend. Thank God. She's a wonderful woman. Also, I think that I deleted a message by accident from one of you guys. I think that someone might have messaged me saying, hey, I'm your YouTube friend or something. If you messaged me and I never responded, I didn't mean to ignore you. But anyway, I out of time over here. So I'm going to wrap that up here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. As always, if you're coming from my Instagram, thank you so much for your continuous support. And yeah, if you're not coming from my Instagram, feel free to check me out. All the links are going to be down below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.